So can you tell me where now it's your business at? Like what is going on in your business right now?
Okay, I love this because it's a really exciting time. And last year, so 2016, I made about $20,000 in my business, and this year I'll make probably in the about 120.
Woo!
So,
Oh my God, so exciting. Dreams come true.
woo, and it's a lot
I'm,
to do with video. I'm just going to be straight up honest. It is so much to do with video because there's a variety of reasons. I'm an author, I'm a speaker. I had a mentor say speakers speak. And what video does, it gives me an opportunity to practice, to hone my craft. So I get to practice what I'm saying here, get feedback, and then see if it is going to work on stage.
oh,
There's
you see?
nothing like
Wow.
that. It's so powerful. Every single day I get to practice. And there's nowhere else you can be on stage practically every single day.
About that, about speakers, but absolutely true. Because for coaches, like for me, I always bounce off ideas when I'm on a Facebook Live and I get quick people resonate with that idea or they're like, oh, not really. So then I don't even create the offer because why waste my time? But for speakers, that is interesting. That
It's so
is,
true with
is
coaching too. It's exactly, I've had so far 38 clients this year. I've served 38
wow.
people.
Oh my
Yeah, and
God.
yeah. And video has done so much because I get to ask questions, they get to respond to me, and then I get to help them with their response, whatever problems. And it's this immediate feedback to build community, to get clients, to share free information. I share so much free content. I get to share that I would never be able to share so widely before.
And don't you agree, like when you said you share a lot of information, because if for me, for example, if I have to share that information in writing, is to write that content as opposed to hop on live and share what I have.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's huge for me. I mean, I have clients and I tell them, I'm like, you don't have to sit down, you don't have to plan a bunch. I mean, yes, you need to have some sort of strategy and idea and have, you teach the ways to do it so that it makes sense so that the audience can absorb the information, of course, and feel it. But it's once it's done, it's done. You don't have to go, for instance, with Facebook Live, you don't have to go in and edit anything. You don't have to go back and, you might go back and put a link in or change the title a little bit based upon something you said, but it really gives you a
Right.
ton of content. Like you're building your library. You can use the Facebook Lives and then download them to YouTube. You can use the Facebook Lives and have them transcribed on rev.com. And there's all this stuff you can do with them. But once it's done, it's done. There's not all this
Right.
planning before and work on it afterwards. It's such a wonderful tool, and I never realized I'd be so in love with it. But the reason I like this format so much is because my PhD research was on collaborative decision making. And what I believe is that Facebook Live is helping us make decisions collaboratively quicker. It's an instant feedback loop. Somebody can say something right away and then you can support them immediately. Whereas an email might take a while and a video will still take, there's space between. Or now I feel like we're in this really sweet collaborative decision making process through Facebook Live.
Right.
And I love it because I love people.
Yeah. Yeah. And nowadays nobody likes perfect, so Facebook Live gives you that. Just more realness, being real. But I want to a little bit go back and before the time this time last year, when you just your business looked like before you started using and implementing video before the course.
Okay. I love this question. I was in a space of trying to build my business. I had at this point one coaching client who came to one session and never came back.
Oh my God.
I didn't know
Oh
how
my
to, I didn't
gosh.
know how to hold
Wow.
space. I didn't know. So, and I was, writing a book, and at this point, when I got your intro to your coaching program, I was teaching yoga at a variety of different places. I was doing some online teaching yoga as well, and I was, working a lot of odd jobs. I was getting on Craigslist. I was driving Uber. I was doing all this stuff just to make the ends meet. And I couldn't figure out how to get my expertise out there. I couldn't figure out how to reach people. Okay. And so
Mm-hmm.
once I started doing video, it was like boom. People started seeing me. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I started going out and networking and meeting people in the city and at events and stuff too, and traveling. But really, I started just posting things, little things, my successes, my failures, my challenges, my excitements, my
Yeah.
insight. Sometimes I would rant about something. And then all of a sudden, people started seeing me. And that's what business is now. Let's just be honest. We're in the business of attraction. We have got we've got to compete with everything else that people are distracted by. And so video is what gives us the opportunity to get the attention of the audience, and then we can speak. It's like we can have this fountain of youth. So sorry, I know you asked me a question. I'm going on. Last year, basically, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to make the business thing work. I hired you, and then I ended up after that hiring a business coach. And ever since, I've been able to integrate the video, and you see me, I'm on Facebook Live. You know what I tell people?
Right.
Before, I couldn't reach anybody, and now I'm in the hands of people. I'm in people's hands every single day. My face is in their hand every single day on their cell phone.
I'm loving it. Oh, I love that. I love.
And
So, what would you say was the hard?
I gain confidence. I mean, you teach a lot about confidence, and most people, even my clients who I tell to get on Facebook Live, most of them still won't do it.
No.
So if you're willing, I was willing to step up and do it. I was like, I've got to do something. And then once I said, I'm doing it, I'm committing to daily, my confidence has changed. People see me in a year. Crazy. So cool. I'm so excited. You see how jazzed I get about video.
Great. So, what would you say was that point in you that you were like, you know what, I had it, I need to do something about it. I know I need to do video, but I need to. Was it the business because you were not getting clients, or was it something you resisting in video, but you knew you had to do it? What was it?
Well, there were two things. One, I needed to make money. Period. Who was I paying? Who was making money at the time when I needed to make money? People doing video. I paid you and you were doing video. Hello? I'm watching,
Right.
I thought to myself, what am I doing? I'm watching people teach me something from video. Sometimes podcasts, but a lot of time podcasts had the video as well. So I was like, I need to make money in my business. I need to make a difference in the world. I want to make impact. I don't want to, that's what it was. I want to help people, honestly. And I was tired of trying to figure it out and working odd jobs and all that. And I was like, video is where I just had this intuition. It's like, I know I've got to do video. I didn't yet know, video is king, video is queen, video is so,
Right.
going to be so popular. I didn't know anything about live at the time. But I saw, and I will tell you, Lucia, you stepped up, like you had this Facebook group, and it was like the way you were doing video seemed so simple. And didn't consider myself a techie. And the way you spoke about it was like, okay, brothers and sisters, let's just get honest. There's simple things we can do now to build your business on video. And I was like, okay, let's do it. It's simple.
Right. Yeah. 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 I mean,
Yeah.
it is pretty simple, but it's not easy. So,
Yeah, and
because of the
confidence,
internal resistance.
yeah, I get up every day and do a Facebook Live, and I do it during my power hour, like in the 6 o'clock a.m. Morning, so that I get it done. Because even though I've done 100 probably at this point, I still resist. On Thursdays, I don't have my live show with my friend, my colleague, and I often don't do a show. I tell myself stories that I can do this, I can do that, or maybe I'll make some oatmeal. Maybe I'll make
Right.
another cup of coffee. Who knows? We all have the stories. I have them too, even
Yeah.
though I'm still doing the lives. I'm sure you probably too, right?
Yeah. And I think people, that is one thing people don't realize because there are two things. Like one, okay, I need to get ready before I start doing it. First, they don't realize that you'll never be ready. You just have to do it. But then there's the other thing. They get ready. Okay, they start doing it, and then fight, and then give in to that resistance because they're thinking something is wrong because they're still resisting. But like you said, you still resist something. I mean, now I came from this Christmas party and I ate so much and my energy is so low. However, I have different exercises to help me, find that spot in me, that energy. So it's all about the technique, but I'm human too and I still resist. And we're these complex beings that we have lives outside of our businesses and we think that's where a lot of people give up, that they give into that resistance. But I want to ask you something. So you said, I know you have big dreams and big vision already, people, and you're going to impact even more. Was this something that kept you going, even although you had that techie resistance or being on camera? Was that thing propelling you to go forward, or was it more, I need to get clients, I need to make money, or both?
Oh no, I mean, there's so much that's happened through video this year. It's, like I said, I want to be a global speaker, for example. I started recognizing video is helping me get clients, one way, but also video is helping me create a library, create a presence online so that when people
Right.
start to search me, they can find my stuff and see who I am. There's a bigger picture of connecting with women in particular. I am fascinated, just fascinated by how Facebook and the internet has connected us, especially Facebook, over 2 billion people. So we're
Yeah.
connected, and women, I'm writing a book about femininity, and women love to be connected. And what it's doing, it's empowering women. So I believe that, like, as we use this platform, we're going to up level our game in terms of the women all around the world. We're going to be connected more. All of the stuff that, let's just be honest, all the stuff that's coming out around sexual harassment and all of the stuff that's come around this challenges that are going on right now have to do with Facebook, have to do with this one
Yeah.
thing that's like got us all woven together now. And so that's fascinating from I'm a scientist, I'm a researcher, I'm a business coach for my business, but my underlying energy, the way that I meet the world is through a scientist lens. And what I see Facebook
Right.
Live doing is really connecting us in a really special way, and it's rising all boats, really. All of us that choose to use it, we're able to build our business from our living room. There's no gatekeepers anymore, Lucia. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, what are the future plans for you? Where you heading now? Where do you see Lila in next year this time?
Ah, beautiful. Well, I'll say that I'm going to continue growing. I work with some people one-on-one. Work with some high-end clients one-on-one. I run group business coaching programs. I'm all about you, like just like you. I'm all about simplifying, making things really simple but powerful. And I like to work with people who want to make six figures and above, just because I like to play big. So in terms of my clients, and then I also am going to be hosting a couple retreats. I hosted my first retreat last year. It was called the Awakening Leaders Retreat. I'll be doing that again this year. It was a group of women that are all leaders, entrepreneurs, going to be entrepreneurs, leaders in their community who want to awaken basically to their higher self. And I also, I want to teach, I'll just put it out there. I'm doing it. I'm just sharing all my vision right now, girl. I want to teach at a couple
Yes.
yoga festivals because I teach a mindful movement practice. I want to teach at a couple yoga festivals. I want to speak 2 times per month. Okay, this is what's happened to me in a year. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to tell everybody this only, not to be ego, not to be braggy, but I want everybody out there to see what's possible with this Facebook Live and with stepping up in consistency, like, consistently, like Lucia teaches. Is that, I'm already booked 3 times to speak next year, and I want to be booked 24, so
Wow.
two per month. So I've got 2 per in January, 1
I
in
love
February.
it.
So that's my goal. And I'm going to use this Facebook Live as a platform to reach the audience. Um, what else?
Great.
And I'm calling in romance. And that's something else big. And that doesn't have to do with my business, but when you have romance in your life, I think sometimes business can pop. So I'm going to call in some sweet romance too, girl.
Oh, great, great. Okay. If there are any
Yeah.
questions, because I shared this
For all of us.
in my group and okay, and on my business page, so I just want to see if there are any questions. And in the meantime, can you tell people where they can find you if they want to check your services and anything that you want to
Yeah,
share?
yeah. You can find me at lilagonzalez.com. It's Lila Gonzalez with a Z at the end. lilagonzalez.com. I'm also running. I launched a Black Friday body coaching program. It's basically to help people, entrepreneurs who want to get their body straight, their posture, learn how to sit, stand, and walk for energy. I launched that program, and it's still open. It doesn't start till Tuesday, so I can send a link to that too if you'd like, and share that with everybody. It's $97. It's like 9 weeks with me, which is crazy for $97. It's amazing, but it's going to be super duper exciting for all the people who really want to get the new year started with an amazing body, leadership type body.
And I shared the link to your website, so if anyone wants to find you can access. Great.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Um,
Oh, I see
Lila, thank you
Susan's
so
doing her
much.
best Facebook Live. Yeah, thank you. It's been so good
Thank you so
talking to
much.
you,
And
Lucia.
sorry about technical difficulties. It happens. But I'm wishing you a great, great success, great luck, and probably I'll speak to you in interview next year. So we'll see where you are at. That would be wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I'm so grateful for you getting me kicked off in this video journey, and really, like, I'm really excited to see where you're going because you have grown so much. And do you mind if I ask you, like, what's something? I bet you have something big dreaming up next year. What's big for you in video world?
So, well, for me, is I don't know, I've shared in some of the live streams, but in July, I was totally burned out from everything because I have a career as a TV producer. And then I did 3 launches last year. And I was in my group. And then I was giving support, with clients and with my group. And it was too much. And I didn't realize how slowly. So in August, I took almost a month off and I restructured my whole business. So now for 2018, my focus is I stopped working. My focus is only to grow the academy. So the program that you took, I launched it 3 times in a different versions of it. And now this is the 4th time and it's more expanded. So it's YouTube and then back to Facebook and it makes like a circle. So my focus is only on the academy. One program, and I'm automating and run it as evergreen. That is my goal for 2018. And my 2 words for 2018 are collaboration and simplicity, because I do not want to burn out again. It's not a pretty place. And
Yes.
the time that I've spent posting in groups and PMing clients and doing all this commenting and engaging, and it's just too much. Like, it just takes out of you. And I found also that I sort of lost my vision why I was doing what I was doing. It became all about the next client. And I started my business because I wanted to impact more people. So I sort of lost that along the daily tasks that I had to do. So I'm reclaiming all that back and I'm focusing only on one thing, the academy now. And that will
Love
be for
it.
2018, run it as evergreen. And then start back with woman to woman TV. I have a TV channel that I sort of put it on the back burner. So I'm reviving that again. So again, it's bringing that vision back to life. Yeah, yeah.
That's so
Staying
great. I think
aligned.
that's really insightful. It's super insightful. I'm actually in a really, this week I keep telling people, I'm like, I'm visioning, I'm visioning. I'm giving myself space to really vision into next year, same thing, because this year was a lot of stuff, just a lot. And so now, once you do all that, like it sounds like you took some time off and now you can hone in on what really you want to do. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, because for me, the most important is to have space and time so I can grow more in my vision and to think and to really be on track with my vision and not get distracted with those daily things that I have to do. So that is for 2018, you know, with the automation and the evergreen, so I can have more space and time for the things. Because for me, it's the way I do it, telling through video and telling stories on video and creating talk shows. I mean, that is who I am and that is what I want to do. And my goal is to have media school and so on. So, but that's in the long run. So for now, my time in being aligned really my business with who I am and what exactly I want. So, yeah.
Gorgeous. That's so cool, Chica. I
Cool.
love hearing that. Thanks for sharing your vision. It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, you're very welcome. Just one thing before you wrap up. So, what was going back? I mean, that was a year ago, the program, but what thing in the program, like the one thing that you had to take away, what that would be?
From your program?
The
You
program
said
that you
from the
took,
program?
that we,
Yeah, absolutely. I love this. If I were to say one thing about the program was that it was for non-techies. It was like every single step was explained. Like
okay,
I felt so empowered, and even though you told me to do some things and I didn't do them, you were right, and then I had to do them later. So it was like
yeah,
you said
yeah,
everything I needed to know, and you said it so simple. So I would say, like, anybody who wants to work with video, anybody who's like, I really want to do it, but I'm just not sure, and I go back and forth, or it's like, get on board with Lucia, get in her program, just go step by step process, and and it's like you'll know what you're doing. Yeah, at the time I was like, oh my gosh, I'm
yeah.
gonna tell everybody. Can I tell everybody a little story you told me not to do, and then I did anyways, and you were right? Was you said set it up. She said set it up and then record the next day. I was like, oh, this is my attitude. I'm like, I can do it all. It was not. She tells you what to do. Just follow it. I have 7 hours to get all my stuff done, and I looked like crap, and I couldn't. It was this horrible experience because I didn't follow her instructions. So just follow her instructions, and you'll have a
Right.
wonderful experience.
Yeah, yeah, because I always tell my clients and you know the people I talk to, I say, you know, you pay me so I do the mistakes before you and I give you the formula. So that's why you pay me for the mistakes, the time that I took to do those mistakes and to figure it out. So you don't spend
Right.
your time making mistakes. Yeah, I'm loving
True.
it.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Lila,
It's
thank you
simple.
so
First off,
much.
it's so simple. Yeah. Thanks, Lucia. You're such a
Great.
blessing. I appreciate your work.
Oh, thank you. Line and have a good luck. Great luck to everything.
Yeah.
And
Have a
for
great time.
all of
Thanks
you
for
watching, thank you so much. If you have questions, post them below, tag us, and we'll hop on and answer